Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome to the first chapter of Let's Play Sam & Max Season 2. Well, the reason you look at my desktop is because this game launches you into a cinematic right on starting. Actually, the very first time you play it, it has the cops from Sam & Max Save the World show up and run a diagnostic to decide what's the best setting for your particular system. And try as I might, I could not get that to load a second time, even after uninstalling and reinstalling the game twice. So, just know that that's there. Wish I could show it, but apparently I can't, so I won't. So, with that said, let's jump into the opening movie. And there is a tutorial, which we could play, so... oh, what the heck, let's do the tutorial.
Greetings, ladies and gents.
And hyper-advanced squid creatures from beyond time and space.
So glad you could join us. You picked a good time. We happen to be at the climax of a particularly troublesome case.
That rat, Jimmy Two-Teeth, stole our phone and won't give it back till we bribe him with Swiss cheese.
That was uncharacteristically lucid of you, Max. Fortunately for us, Max just went cheese shopping this morning.
Unfortunately for us, I have the memory of a jar of wallpaper paste, and I've completely forgotten where I put said cheese.
So our first task is simple, folks. Find that cheese. When I finish yammering, an arrow-shaped cursor is going to appear. You can move it over things in our office to see what's what. Click with the left mouse button on objects that seem interesting, and I'll offer helpful commentary or do something else useful.
I'll wander around aimlessly as usual.
Let's get started. Click around the office to find a convenient hiding place for cheese.
And yes, this will look very familiar if you've watched my playthrough of Sam & Max Save the World. And in fact, this puzzle will seem familiar because this is exactly the same as the first puzzle of that game. But they've modified the layout a little bit, and we're going to have slightly different commentary for the objects.
We'd really better not leave until we've taken care of this Swiss cheese ransom the phone deal. Hello, Mr. Spatula. How's the weather in there? No cheese there, but keep looking. Where's the rest of the news collection, Max?
It's a surprise!
One of these days we're gonna finish that game.
I'm still working on getting the rest of the darts from the police impound.
Don't forget, we're looking for a hiding place for cheese.
Note how they subtly try and keep you on task.
No dice.
Whee!
No dice. Nobody ever leaves us messages anymore. Remember our trip to the moon, Max?
Like cottage cheese through a strainer, Sam.
You continue to baffle me, little pal. Max usually buys a few £100 of cheese at a time. Try looking in big places. Remember our motorcycle trip through the Midwest?
Just you, me, and the authorities from 7 states. But those were quieter times.
I think Hubert could use some water, Max.
I'm training him to fetch it himself.
Last month's donuts.
Don't throw that out! I'm saving it for a science experiment.
You bet, little buddy. Max usually buys a few £100. 2002 was a great year for calendars.
I'm glad we stocked up. We've been going through them at a rate of 1 a year since then.
What do you mean? The reception's perfect right now.
How would we know that?
Separate your bliss.
There sure are a lot of commercials on this channel. Max usually buys a few... I bought that VCR at the supermarket.
So you know it's a good one.
Still smells like asparagus, though. Someone once told me that the contents of a lava lamp make an excellent hand cream.
That was me!
Which is why I haven't tried it.
And somebody once told me that the world is going to roll me.
Are those new teeth marks on your desk, Max?
I consider them an intimate expression of angst and frustration. Do you like them?
You're a regular Deschamps, little buddy. Max usually buys a few... Ah, yes, I remember that case. Particularly gruesome. 20 years' worth of electric bills take up a surprising amount of space. When I got this thing, I thought it would be useful.
Where else would we put the pieces of paper we're never gonna look at again?
Max usually buys a few £100. Yoo-hoo, tiny hoodlums.
Leave the cheese by the hole.
We should have Jesse James's hand appraised one of these days.
I bet it's especially valuable because it's autographed.
So, of course...
Oh, there it is. Great! Let's pay the ransom and get our phone back. I've got some excellent ideas for crank calls I'm itching to make.
Not so fast, compadre. Jimmy was very clear that it has to be Swiss cheese.
So, we go to Switzerland?
No, Max, we use our heads. Maybe something in our inventory can help us.
You mean that box where we keep all our miscellaneous junk?
That's the one. When I stop talking again, you'll see a cardboard box floating in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. That's the inventory, where we keep things that, for whatever reason, we think we should carry around with us.
And sure enough, we check the box. Our big gun.
I never get tired of looking at this baby.
Yeah, we can right-click on the object to examine it.
Well, looky there. It's my second best friend.
I thought I was your second best friend.
I'm about to get my gun out now, and the cursor is going to change to look like crosshairs. When you click on objects, I'll try to shoot them. To put the gun back in the box, you can either click where there isn't a highlighted object, or just click the right mouse button, or both. We need to get Jimmy some Swiss cheese, pronto.
And yeah, we
I
can...
don't want to shoot my little buddy. Take that, you law-breaking dairy products. Clever. Now we have a pile of fake Swiss cheese.
I don't know about you, but I'm completely fooled.
Max and I spend most of our time doing goofy stuff like this. And if you want to succeed in the world of the Freelance Police, you'll probably have to think like we do.
For which we apologize in advance.
Now, you can pick up a hunk of cheese just by clicking on it. It will go into our inventory box with everything else I'm carrying. Also, this is probably a good time to save your progress in the game.
In case there's a massive statewide power outage.
Right, or if you just want to take a break and come back later. Here's how it works. You may have noticed a little gear in the top left corner of the screen. Don't look now, but it'll be back when I'm through talking. Clicking the gear gives you access to various game controls, including a save load screen, ingeniously labeled Save Load. The Save Load screen has some neatly labeled green tags that let you save your game. And you can click the little gear again when you're done. Ready? Use the gear to save your game, then grab some of that cheese.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Although that bit about the statewide power outage was a lot funnier back before the Texas power grid fiasco of 2022.
Voila, Swiss cheese. Or close enough to fool the casual observer, anyway.
Don't say voila.
Now that we've got the cheese we need, it's time to give it to that rat, Jimmy Two-Teeth.
Have we mentioned that Jimmy is a rat in the literal four-legged tail-dragging sense? It's not just a metaphor.
Good point, little buddy. Anyway, to retrieve the cheese we just put in our inventory, just click the cardboard box like you did before, and then click the cheese that spills out. The pointer will turn into a picture of the cheese which you can move around with the mouse. Click anywhere to try and use it with other things in the office. Let's put it somewhere the rats can find it easily.
Like, say, the rat hole.
That's not even worth a comment. I'm not sure Jimmy will find it there.
And let's just try talking to Max.
Normally, Max, you and I would have an interactive conversation after the player clicked on you.
Sure, but we haven't gotten to that part of the tutorial yet. So let's stick to the program.
Clever. Alright.
Greetings. The members of the Benevolent Brotherhood of Vermin would like to thank you for your offering.
The members of Sam and Max would like their phone back now.
If you don't mind.
I regret to inform you that the situation has changed and I am unable to comply with your request. A list of additional demands for the return of the phone is as follows.
Whoa, time out. Looks like we're heading into a dialogue, little buddy.
Great! I love dialogue!
Usually, you can left-click on any character to engage in some semblance of witty repartee. In this case, we don't need to click Jimmy. The conversation will start automatically. In a minute, you're going to see a list of choices on the screen. They're things you can pick for me to say. There will also be icons of Max and me to the left of the list of choices. Click those to switch between the two of us. Max's lines are different from mine.
Better!
We'll see. Now let's try to talk Jimmy into giving us back our phone.
I ain't talking, coppers. Jimmy Two-Teeth ain't no rat. Well, I ain't talking.
We've met your demands, we got you the cheese. Any honorable rodent would hold up his end of the bargain and give back our phone.
Us rodents is not known for being particularly honorable.
We'll go half easy on you if you'll just cough up the phone.
Yeah, never happened, pig.
Help me help you, Jimmy.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
I have no idea, but it always sounds good on TV. Look, I want to help you, but my partner is a little unhinged. I'm afraid I may be unable to keep him from harming you in some colorfully gruesome fashion.
Let me at him, Sam!
I can take care of myself.
Alright, we've done about as much good copping as we can, so let's switch to bad cop.
Maybe you'd like it if we played you some music. How about Cat Stevens?
Okay, you're freaking me out here. I give up. Take your phone and let me go.
Well, that was easy.
I have a feeling it would have been a lot harder in an actual game.
Let's not look a gifted horse in the mouth, Sam. Mission accomplished.
Indeed. And that's the end of this tutorial, too. In just a few short minutes, you've managed to learn everything we know about freelance policing. We hereby deem you fully prepared to go out into the world and inflict mayhem-injected justice.
Don't say deem, Sam. Or hereby, either.
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Alright, so with that done, we can now officially start the game. And here's the cinematic I was telling you about earlier, that I thought we were going to jump into, but didn't.
Congratulations on another successful peace summit, Mr. President.
Don't congratulate me. Congratulate the Peacemaker.
You crack me up, little brain salad in a blender, Mr. Spatula. He's been acting surly and withdrawn lately, even for a vice president. But I never thought it would come to this. His lust for power has twisted him into a mockery of the goldfish we once kind of loved. That insouciant fin-flapping, that glassy, malevolent stare, like a sociopath or a Fox newscaster. Mr. Spatula has become pure evil.
Staging a coup, Spatula? Not on my watch! Eliminate him. You are my idol!
I didn't.
Flint paper!
Hiya, fellas! Hey, what's the rumpus? I'm in the middle of some sensitive PI business.
And we respect your sensitivity.
Is that mechanical goon one of yours?
Secret sideburns of Isaac Asimov.
My name Tron 9000!
Destroy Simon Max.
That's who, Maintron.
That's what Mr. Spatula is for sending a hitman with lousy aim. Max, what say we go down and administer a freelance police-style beatdown to that metal monstrosity?
And then dance on its smoking carcass.
It's that attention to detail that makes me glad you're still president, little buddy.
Yes, on the odd chance you have not seen my playthrough of Sam and Max Save the World, Max got elected president and is still performing his duties as president while still being a freelance cop. Well, whatever keeps him off the street. And this is our first time seeing Flint Paper, who is a character from the Sam and Max comics. He's the detective who has the office next door to them.
We didn't see you at all last year, Flint. What gives?
I had one hell of a crazy case, fellas. Foiling a conspiracy in the movie biz, matching wits with a reanimated Grover Cleveland, breaking up Ascension's cell phone network, and a showdown with a cult leader on Saturn Sergeant Moon!
Wow! How come we never get to do cool stuff like that?
Yeah, we only got to fight a cult leader on the moon of Earth.
Hey, Flint, want to help us beat up a robot?
Sorry, fellas. I got a tough case and a couple of rubes to crack here. You guys can handle yourselves.
That Flint Paper. Inspiring, even in his unhelpfulness.
entire costume for his nationally televised Salute to America pageant.
Highest ratings ever for both the TV networks and the American Psychiatric Association's emergency helpline.
Max's entire costume for his...
Highest emergency helpline.
I was trying to look at the pictures there.
You know, this robot's not gonna defeat itself.
I didn't beat this goon half to death with the other one just so I could play rope-a-dope with Robomope.
I kill you.
You're on your own, boys.
Flint, got a second to consult on our strangest case yet?
Ixnay, say. I've got to punch this mug's ticket like I was a conductor on the late freight to beat downtown.
Boy, I wish I could talk like that.
I wish you could too. Don't bother him, Sam. He's way too busy to deal with something as simple as a giant robot. Don't bother him, Sam.
Okay, so we've exhausted all that, and after all this time, we finally get to see this corner of the office and get a three-dimensional panoramic view to where we can almost see that corner.
We keep everything filed under S, for stuff.
And can't quite see the poster there. But we can open the closet and find all our mementos from the previous game.
Jesse James's shooting hand. Keep up the good work, Leonard. A souvenir from our takedown of the Toy Mafia. A souvenir from when Max eliminated Hugh Bliss. Brady's fro must be at least 60% dust mites and skin flakes at this point. Our broken reality 2.0 goggles.
And
It's the former president's dismembered head.
Collect all 43.
so nothing useful in there at the moment.
Pardoned? You've been abusing your presidential powers again, Max?
That depends on what your definition of abuse is.
I'm surprised this game survived being thrown clear of the Playland and Casino explosion.
Not nearly as surprised as the guy it landed on. Again!
We never should have let that deadbeat Jimmy Two-Teeth sublet.
Got it. No prize, unfortunately, but nice to know the shooting is still, my shooting skills are still good.
Essential for interrogating perps and telling spooky ghost stories. I always wondered what the nation's president keeps in his desk.
You don't want to know, Sam. Trust me.
Mariachi frogs, posed just as they appear in nature. Too bad it doesn't sing a little tune and tell you to do things anymore.
It doesn't?
The Prismatology Bliss-tacular Shade-a-Month calendar.
This month is fabulous!
See that America's next white noise is still on the air.
I voted for bendy images and the sounds of travel being poured down a toilet. We really should get rid of that VCR, Sam. It eats tapes.
So do you, but I don't think about throwing you out with the trash. Often. For very long. It's filled with Max's receipts from the tanning parlor. We should just accept we'll never teach that chimp to be a darts grandmaster.
At least he's improving. Banana peels are a lot better than what he used to fling at it.
Yes, this is President this is I.T. Freely. Do you have Leonard's stick charmer in the closet? Then you should see a doctor about that. No, wait. Let me start over.
Max, crank calls only work when you call someone besides us.
This is the only phone number I can remember, Sam.
I'm looking for Amanda Beaton-Pummel? Wait. Never mind. Yes, this is President this is...
This is...
Max chatting with the former president before violently decapitating him. Our ride photo from Hugh Bliss's roller coaster. Max just couldn't resist flashing the camera. Good morning, angels. For your next case, you'll have to go undercover, deep undercover, as queens of the roller rink. Bosley will have all the details. Good luck, angels, and knock 'em dead. I gotta stop moonlighting. He's tearing apart the entire building. It's our Salvia Hispanica Brady culture head.
Safe and fun gardening at home with no threat of legal action due to trademark infringement.
Tripe nachos and a pickle juice sludgy. I must have been sleep snacking again. I've done that since I was asleep at camp and somebody put my hand in warm beef fat. Max?
All right, I admit it. But the look on your face was classic.
The nerve center of our entire crime-stopping operation.
Speaking of which, time to finally get to some crime stopping. Now that I've looked at everything in the office twice.
What goes up must come down.
Why you fools making all that damn racket?
Just to tell you once again, who's bad.
Holy
Good on, Martel.
I'm going to check your playhouse down.
He may be a mechanized engine of wanton destruction, but his taste in hideous middle-of-the-road pop music is impeccable.
And I think I'm going to turn down the sound effects balance because it's starting to overpower the voice acting. And even with the subtitles, no bueno. So yeah, there went Sybil's building.
Oh.
And we can't get to Bosco's with the street block now.
This parking meter could withstand anything.
Ah, parking meters. They're like the cockroaches of architecture.
This parking meter could withstand anything. Never a dull moment, eh, Max?
We are going to stop that giant robot from destroying our building or die trying.
Die? Really?
Did I say die? I'm sorry, I meant kill. I always get those two confused.
Yeah, this is kind of a LucasArts game. You can't die in a LucasArts game. Well, not the recent ones, which were 20 years ago. I feel sad now.
Let's get to work.
I've lost that loving feeling. Oh, oh, oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Ginormous Wind-Up Toy of Destruction, sir.
Yes.
I don't suppose you'd care to stop tearing apart our building.
In truth, it does not matter. I exist only as a mechanized engine for destruction. What I do is what I am, whether I care for it or not.
Oh no, Sam. He's been to community college.
It's trouble, all right.
Well, we don't have the option of switching to Max this time around, but...
Would you stop doing this, please?
If you start me up, I'll never stop.
Huh?
I exist to destroy. I am carrying out my sole purpose of existence. So philosophically, the question is not would I stop, but can I stop?
And the answer?
No.
Which raises the question. Would I stop beating his rusty metal ass? Or could I stop?
Freelance Police, you're under arrest.
Put down the building and come peacefully. And only one of us needs to get hurt.
I answer to no authority but that of my mechanized will. I've got to go where I want to go. Do what I want to do.
You seem like a smart guy.
For a robot.
Can you explain something to us?
There is no question you could have that I could not answer immediately. Shoot. Metaphorically.
Aww.
Why are you doing this? Why do fools fall in love? Well... yeah, let's go with the standard paradox.
What if everything is an illusion and nothing exists?
That theory was refuted by the ancient Australian philosopher Newton John, who said, let's get physical, physical, I want to get physical.
It's all so complicated.
Could God create a kidney stone so large that even he couldn't pass it?
Of course, an omnipotent God can, by definition, create anything he can conceive of. My question, can anyone set up a joke so obvious that even you would not take it?
Does not compute.
Why are you doing this?
I have no choice. The dictates of existential philosophy are clear. When a problem comes along, you must whip it good.
Kierkegaard?
Close. Devo.
Do you have free will?
There is no such thing as free will. We do only what we are predetermined to do.
Hey, Robot, would you be available as a witness for my next war crimes trial?
I should have free time after I destroy you both.
Great!
Does might make right?
It might.
He's right.
Alright, well, eventually we do get to the only possible answer.
Why do fools fall in love?
Why do birds sing so gay, and lovers await the break of day?
Because the trick here is we want to get him thinking and turn toward the window where that giant wind-up key can be pulled.
What? Why?
You were trying to destroy us.
And worse, you butchered every song I wish I'd forgotten.
And another one bites, and another one bites, and another one bites.
I hope he didn't fall on anybody important.
We'd better hurry down if we want to loot the body for spare parts.
I call dibs on any delicious candy that might spill from his demolished innards.
Alright, well with that done, I think this would be a good time for us to save the game. And we will go ahead and close this chapter out. And next time, we will head into the street and check out the robot ruins. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.